गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं वामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पद नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरु महागणाधिपतये नमः। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात्। कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात्। नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महासेनाय धीमहि तन्नः षण्मुख प्रचोदयात्। भूतनाथाय विद्महे भवपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नः शास्ता प्रचोदयात्। आदित्याय च सोमाय मंगलाय बुधाय च गुरुशुक्रशनिभ्यश्च राहवे केतवे नमो नमः। काञ्चनेयाय विद्महे वायुपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नो हनुमत् प्रचोदयात्। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोहिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सद्गुरु चरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमदपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लंबोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा विनायकादि समस्त हरिहर देवताभ्यो नमो नमः। सर्व अपराध क्षमार्धं सर्वमंगलप्राप्त्यर्थं अलंकार पंचमुख दीपं दर्शयामि आचमनीयं समर्पयामि दिव्यरक्षां धारयामि इंद्रस्तोमेन पंचदशेन मध्यमिदं वातेन सहरेण रक्षा रक्षां धारयामि। Okay, sir.
Namaste. Am I audible enough?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We just chant Om 11 times, and after that, Shanti will sing a bhajan, and then we will discuss Hanuman Chalisa, followed by Minakshi, and he will chant Hanuman Chalisa. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shanti, can you please sing?
Yeah, so Ramdas Kirtana. హరిహర రామానన్నర మర చూడకు నిరతము నీ నామస్మరణయే మరను హరిహర రామానన్నర మర చూడకు నిరతము నీ నామస్మరణయే మరను హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ దశరథ నందన దశముఖ మర్దన పశుపతి రంజన పాప విమోచన దశరథ నందన దశముఖ మర్దన పశుపతి రంజన పాప విమోచన హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామానన్నర మర చూడకు నిరతము నీ నామస్మరణయే మరను మణిమయ భూషణ మంజుల భాషణ రణజయ భీషణ రఘుకుల పోషణ మణిమయ భూషణ మంజుల భాషణ రణజయ భీషణ రఘుకుల పోషణ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ పతిత పవన రామ భద్రశైలధామ సతతము శ్రీరామదాసుడనికనేలు పతిత పవన రామ భద్రశైలధామ సతతము శ్రీరామదాసుడనికనేలు హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామ హరిహర రామానన్నర మర చూడకు నిరతము నీ నామస్మరణయే మరను నిరతము నీ నామస్మరణయే మరను నిరతము నీ నామస్మరణయే మరను. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. Thank you. So we'll continue Hanuman Chalisa from where we stopped. We are kind of midway through, and I'll quickly advance the slides so we'll have the. So last week we largely talked about Guru, and I want to continue some discussion on that. And the sloka that we stopped at is coming. So this was the doha that we stopped at, which is Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukamahi Jaladilangi Gaye Acharajanahi. That is, we talked about how even though Bhagavan Hanuman was able to jump across the ocean with Bhagavan Rama's ring to find Sita, he didn't take any pride in it. In fact, he attributed all that to Bhagavan Rama's power in the ring. So he said, it's not me who carried the ring, it was the ring which carried me. All I had to do was hold it in my mouth and it just carried me. The we also talked about um, the power of having guru in different ways, and we talked about Tulsidas ji's explanation about the role of Bhagavan Hanuman in his life. The most important one being he was able to recognize Bhagavan. So Sri Rama was right in front of him, and he was not able to recognize him. And at that time, Bhagavan Hanuman came as a parrot and reminded him that Ram Bhagavan was right in front of him. So Guru gives us that jnana to differentiate the finite from the infinite. Guru helps us recognize that truth in life. And so to have that ability to have a guru, to have the ability to humility, to surrender to Guru, you need to have the Shraddha and you need to have Bhakti. And I'm sorry, I'm on call today. So, um, so you need to have the Shraddha and Bhakti to be able to approach a Guru, and for us to find a Guru and for the Guru to find us. You need to have that bhakti, and we need to have that humility. And the little more things that I thought I would bring up, and one is the qualities of bhakta. This Murli has already talked a few weeks ago from Bhagavad Gita, from the 13th and 14th verses of chapter 12, which says that the bhakta has to be adveshta, that is free from malice, and free from malice towards all living beings. Adveshta sarvabhutanam. And he has to be friendly, maitraha. He has to be karuna, compassionate. And he has to be free from attachment, nirmama. And he has to be nirahankara, free from ahankara, ego. And he has to be sama dukkha sukha. He has to be equipoised in dukkha and sukha, happiness and distress. He has to be a kshami, he has to be forgiving. He has to be santushta, contented, and he has to be yogi, united in devotion, yata atma, self-controlled, and drada nishchayaha, firm in conviction. And Lord Krishna says that these such people dedicated to me in mind and intellect, they are dear to me, very dear to me. That's asking a lot from bhaktas, uh, but those are the all the good qualities that a bhakta has to have. But the in reality, bhaktas only qualification bhaktas need is shraddha and bhakti. Only qualification a bhakta needs is love towards God, and all the other things that I mentioned, they just follow. And the with reference to this, I kind of wanted to expand this to the relationship between bhaktas, Bhagavan, and Guru. And once in Ramayana, Rama asked Hanuman, how do you perceive me as? सीने में हमारा रिश्ता क्या है? What is our relationship? You are with me and you have done so much, but why are you doing all this? Then Bhagavan Hanuman gives a very profound reply, which is Deha buddhyat dasoham, Jiva buddhyat vadam shakaha, Atma buddhyat vamevaham, iti me nishchitamatihi. He says, oh Lord, at the level of body, at the level of deha buddhi, I am your servant, I am your dasa. And at the level of individual soul, jiva, I am an amsha of you, I am a part of you. But atma buddhyat vamevaham. But when I look upon myself as the spirit, I am one with you. I am you. And so this is interesting in that this is describing Dvaita, this is describing Visishta Dvaita, and this is describing Advaita. So initially, he says at the level of body, I am a body and I am your servant and you are the Lord. That is Dvaita. And at the level of Jiva Buddhi, I am a part of you. So in a way, it took long time for me to understand what Visishta Advaita was. Till recently, Raju explained to me, it's like a fish in the ocean. You are in the ocean, but you are not the ocean. It's kind of I see it kind of in between Advaita and Dvaita. I could be wrong. That might be simplifying it too much, but the example of ocean and fish really helped me understand this. And at the level of spirit, at the level of Atma Buddhi, Bhagavan Hanuman says he is one with Bhagavan Rama. And in Ramayana, when he flew 100 yojanas to reach Lanka from Dhanushkoti, which is Rameshwaram, he manifested himself as larger, showing the Samya Tattva. He became Brahman himself. He manifested the qualities of Brahman himself. But after the war, after defeating Ravana, when they got back, Sri Rama hugged Hanuman, and that is the Aikya Tattva. And then subsequently, upon coronation, after Pattabhisheka ceremony of Sri Rama, Bhagavan Hanuman went back to a corner and remained as a dasa of Ramadasa. So these are different roles that we have in our life, and these are different privileges we get at different times of life, depending upon our ability, our amount of evolution, spiritual evolution, and the need of the time. And this going back to relationship with Guru. Guru is kind of the connecting piece between the Bhagavan and Bhakta. So that is a role that Bhagavan Hanuman played in multiple occasions in Ramayana. One of them being he united Sugriva with Rama. So when Sugriva was introduced to Rama, they were very happy, and Lakshmana was very happy, and he was praising their union, and he was saying, he was telling Bhagavan Rama apparently that Sugriva was like a wooden log, and you are the Agni, and you were responsible to give energy to the wood and set fire on that. And Bhagavan Rama says, yeah, that's great. Yeah, but you're forgetting another very important element. Lakshmana says, so what did I forget? He says, to set fire into wood, you need air. And that was Pavan Kumara's role. So you need air for Agni to set fire into, or Agni to be transmitted into a wood, to kind of to merge the two. And Guru sometimes comes in our life as mother, Guru comes as father, Guru comes as relative, Guru comes as a friend. And so Guru is mother, Guru is father, Guru is bandhu, Guru is sakha. Just like Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu sakatmaveva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. I just came across some bhajan, and I added few words to that, which is if you make it a prayer to Bhagavan Hanuman, hey Bhagavan Hanuman, हमें मिलाओ भगवान से. I am the servant. If I am the servant, unite me with the Swami. If I am a bhikari, unite me with the Dani. And if I am Anatha, unite me with the Natha of Anatha. And if I am a light, Diya, unite me with Suraj, Surya Bhagavan. And if I am Jiva, unite me with Brahma. If I am the wood, unite me with Agni. Hey Pavan Kumar, मिला दो हमें भगवान से. The now going to multiple roles that that Bhagavan Hanuman has played, and multiple ways that Bhagavan comes to our life, multiple ways that Bhagavan Hanuman manifests in us, is very well described in the prayer that we frequently recite, which is Buddhir Balam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatvam Arogatam Ajadhyam Vakpatutvam Cha Hanumat Smaranat Bhavet. So Bhagavan Hanuman comes in us as Buddhi, intellect. Bhagavan Hanuman comes as Bala, strength, to execute any work that we have to do. Bhagavan Hanuman comes to our life as Yashas. Yashas is fame, graceful appearance. He comes as Dhairya, that is courage, valor. And he comes as Nirbhaya, that is lack of fear. He comes to us as Arogatva, that is wellness or absence of roga, absence of illness. He comes in our life as Ajadyatvam. Jadya is laziness. Ajadya is being free from laziness, to be up and going with energy all the time. He comes to us as walk, skill of speech, Vakpatutvam, the skill of walk, the ability to communicate, Hanumat Smaranat Bhavet. So when we are seeking these qualities, you can think of Bhagavan Hanuman. When you are seeking this quality, you contemplate on Bhagavan Hanuman right within us to manifest and present right then for us to be able to exhibit those qualities. So you can say you can worship Bhagavan Hanuman when you need these qualities and express those. You can also say that you already have those qualities in you and you unveil those qualities, unveil Bhagavan Hanuman within ourselves. So Bhagavan lives in the hearts of devotees with bhakti. And there is a nice doha in Tulsi Ramayan, which which describes bhakti again. This is apparently Valmiki coming in Ramcharitmanas, Tulsi Ramayana, and saying, Sabu kari magahi ek falo, Rama charana rati hovo. Sabu kari magahi ek falo, Rama charana rati hovo. तिनके मन मंदिर बसहो सिय रघुनंदन दो तिनके मन मंदिर बसहो सिय रघुनंदन दो सबु करि मागहि एक फलो राम चरण रति होवो सबु करि मागहि एक फलो who having done all this task ask only one boon, Magahi ek falo, as their reward. That is, let me have devotion to Sri Rama's feet. That's all I ask for. Enthrone yourself in the temple of their heart, both Sita and Ram Bhagavan. And here Bhakta asks only for one blessing, which is devotion, bhakti to Sri Rama's feet. There's a Tulsidas's bhajan. I'll sing just part of it. I've sung this umpteen number of times, but I really like it. So here Tulsidas says, Ag kandan duk bhanjan jan ke, Ag kandan duk bhanjan jan ke, Yahi tiharo kaj, Ag kandan duk bhanjan jan ke, Yahi tiharo kaj. He says, Dukh Bhanjan, removing our dukkhas is Yehi Tiharo Kaj. This is your work. So I'm not asking you to do your work. He says, Ag Kandan Dukh Bhanjan Jan Ke Yehi Tiharo Kaj. Tulasi Das Par Kripa Kije. तुलसीदास पर कृपा कीजे भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर. He says Tulsidas par kripa कीजिए. Most of Tulsidas ji's bhajans, Kabir ji's bhajans, they're all in third case. So when they pray, they talk as though they're talking to Tulsidas, or Tulsidas is sitting next to him. So he says, have some mercy on Tulsidas and Bhakti Dan Dehu Aj. Hey Prabhu, give just Bhakti to this Tulsidas. अग कंडन दुख भंजन जन के यही तिहारो काज तुलसीदास पर कृपा कीजे तुलसीदास पर कृपा कीजे भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज. And finally, Ananyas-chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Ananyas-chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. This is from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, 22nd verse. Here, Bhagavan says, there are those who always think of me and engage in exclusive devotion to me. To them, whose minds are always absorbed in me, I provide what they lack and preserve what they already possess. Here, the Mamekam Sharanam Raja, that is, God bestows his complete grace and takes full responsibility by preserving what we have and providing what we lack. He kind of takes full responsibility to take care of us. And so these are all different ways that bhakti has been described from different angles, from bhakta's angles as well as from Bhagavan's angles. And to put the two together, you need that connecting piece, and that is Bhagavan Hanuman himself. And we have talked about how he has played different roles. He has played the role of Bhakta, he has played role of Bhagavan, and he has played the role of Guru. And today we largely talked about his role as Guru by expounding on Bhakti from different angles. I'll stop here and request Meenakshi Auntie to sing.
Yeah,
I'll mute
yeah,
myself and thank you, Meenakshi
yeah.
Auntie.
I will sing Hanuman Chalisa.
Thank
Guru Charan Saroja Raj निज मन मुकुर सुधारी वरणम रघुवर विमल यशु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुभेश कानन कुंडल कुंजित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराज कांधे मुंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर शिवर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत की सम भाई। सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा, जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहांते, कही कोविद कवि कोविद कही सके कहांते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना, राम मिलाय राजपद दीना। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लगे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारोह पे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महा सुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्धि साकी गौरी सा। तुलसीदास सदा हर चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महाडेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महाडेरा। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की। जय बोलो हनुमान की। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूपा। हृदय बसहु सुरभूपा, सुरभूपा, सुरभूपा। Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. That's beautiful as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Nair, you want me to do the Shanti Mantra and then open for questions?
Please.
Yeah. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om. Thank you. Now we are open to questions and comments.
Yeah, this is Dani Reddy. I want to say a couple of words on Shraddha, since that came up. Hanuman, of course, is the ultimate example of Shraddha. His faith and devotion to Lord Rama is unparalleled and unflinching and total. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparat samyatendriya jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadhikachyati. So if you have Shraddha, you will gain knowledge. And if you focus your attention in the knowledge, controlling the senses, you would get param shanti, ultimate peace. And Shvetashvatara Upanishad, there is a mantra that says, someone who has unflinching faith in the Guru and Bhagavan, to that individual, all his knowledge of the Vedas, the whole import of Vedas, will be revealed to that person in his heart. It will be transmitted not through, study of books and other means. It is just revealed to that Gnani in his heart. So Shraddha is fundamental in the journey towards Atmagnana. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dani Reddy. It's very, very apt and very profound parts of Gita. Thank you. Raju.
Oh, Anup, thank you. Dr. Dani Reddy, thank you. I was thinking of the same too. And also, just to tell everyone, there is a Shraddha Suktam. Shraddha Suktam, and it is a very powerful prayer. And time permitting, one of these days, we can talk about Shraddhaya Vindate Vasuhu. So Shraddha is everything. Shraddha Mayoyam Purusha. So the 17th chapter talks about Shraddha, and it is in fact called Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. So yo yachraddhasa evasaha. So Shraddha Mayoyam Purushaha and Shraddha Suktam. So we will talk about it. But I want to tell one other aspect of Hanuman, Anupa, as you have beautifully alluded, as Hanuman is Karma Yogi and Dhyani and Jnani and Bhakta, of course. And you presented Hanuman as Guru. And today, as Sri Ram Sarvottam can say, Meenakshi ji can say, today is Tamilian Hanuman Jayanti. Hanuman is one God. He is born again and again. Hrudi Punarbhavabhyam. So whenever you think of him, he is born in your heart or in our hearts. Hrudi Punarbhavabhyam. This is used for Uma Maheshwara, actually, this beautiful mantra, Hridi Punarbhavabhyam. So Uma Maheshwarabhyam. In the same way, Hanuman is also born in our heart whenever we think of him. So Hanuman is the only God in India whose Jayanti is celebrated in multiple occasions. In Telugu, Andhra Pradesh, for Telugu people, it is in Chaitra Masa, and some areas it's Vaishakha Masa, and in some areas today, and in some other areas like Gujarat and all, I think it is somewhere in June or so. Meenakshi ji, Sriram, Sarvottam, could you confirm that? So
yes, sir. Yes, sir, Dr. Raju. In fact, in one of the temples here in the Bay Area, today they're actually celebrating Hanuman Jayanti.
Correct.
So I always wondered, many times during the year we have the opportunity to celebrate Hanuman Jayanti. So I guess in different parts of the world and different traditions. And yes, today is indeed many people celebrate, and there's also a temple here in the Bay Area. There is Hanuman Jayanti Pujas later today.
Thank you. So there are actually references. Parashara Samhita is a very authentic text. So there it is said as Vaishakha Masa, Vahula Dashami, I think. And then some celebrate as Chaitra Purnima, and then some today as we have talked about. But the point is, I just take it this way. He is born anytime you think of him in our hearts. That is one. And the one other aspect, which I just wanted to share with everyone, Hanuman is presented as God in Ramayana. If you look at for Dwapara, Mahabharata, God or godly person is none other than Sri Krishna. Whereas in Treta, in Ramayana, you see, Rama undoubtedly is a Vishnu incarnation, but Rama acted and led the life as a human. And in Ramayana, the one who is presented as a superhuman is none other than Hanuman. Because if you look at, so God, with that superpowers, or the one who can take care of you when you are in difficulty, is approached by Rama, by Sugriva, by Sita Devi, by Lakshmana, and he brings back Lakshmana's life. He brings back the hope for everybody there. And then in the war field, again, he goes and then brings back Sanjeevani. So something impossible task has been achieved by Hanuman in Ramayana. And in Mahabharata, you see Vishwarupa Sandarshana by Sri Krishna. And in the same way, Hanuman's Vishwarupa Sandarshana more than once in, again, as you see in Treta Yuga or in Ramayana. So Hanuman is presented as Paramatma Swarupa also. Thank you.
Thank you, Raju. Ram ko Ram banaya tune, Lakshman ko banaya tune.
True, very true.
Bhagwan
And
Hanuman.
as I said, he's good at hard work and he's good at networking. Like Sugriva to Rama, Vibhishana to Rama. So hard work and network. Like a good Jew or good Jew. In a lighter way. Thank you. Jai Hanuman. Jai Shri Ram.
I'd like to thank you, Anupji. It was a great talk. I really enjoyed it. I also liked your singing of the Doha. It was very melodious, and I could actually feel that bhakti. So it was very beautiful. And of course, as always, I enjoyed Meenakshi ji's singing of the Hanuman Chalisa and also the Ramdas Sankirtanam presented by Shanti ji in the beginning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shriram. We are looking forward to your talk on, it will be 15th, I guess, Friday, on the occasion of Makara Sankranti, which again is very auspicious for yoga philosophy, yoga practice, and Surya Namaskaras, and so Makara Sankranti. Looking forward to your talk, Shriram.
Thank you.
And Dr. Dhanireddy, just want to confirm that next week is yours, third Wednesday, as you preferred. Third Wednesday of every month, Dr. Dhanireddy has agreed to speak to us. And tomorrow, of course, Shamalaji, in her unique style, I think she will be probably concluding Devi Mahatmyam tomorrow. And then Thursday, this Thursday, we have Janhavi presenting on Vaggayakaras. So first of our 6 series and Vaggayakaras, and then of course Friday by Shriram.
So Raju, I think I'm speaking on 20th, correct?
Correct, sir. Third Wednesday.
Yeah,
No, this Wednesday Girija Garu is speaking.
Okay.
But you, no, just because you are there, I was just confirming next week's talk. But yes, so third Wednesday of every month, Dr. Dhanireddy is going to speak to us. He confirmed at least until July, and then hope we will continue beyond that too. And but this Wednesday, so tomorrow Shamalaji, Wednesday Girija Garu on Radha Krishna Tattva. He wanted to speak on Radha Krishna Tattva for 2 sessions, and then think of another topic. And Thursday, Janhavi, as most of you have heard, she's going to take up on Vaggayakaras. Thank you.
All right, with that, we'll call it a session. Thank you, Anup.
Thank you.
As always, it was a great presentation. And I just had to make one announcement. If anybody wants to have the recording, I can send it, but usually that will disappear in about 48 to 72 hours. So ask promptly and watch it promptly. And with that, Shubharatri.
Thank you, Anup. Good night.
Good night, Dr. Bira. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.